Okay, I think we're live. What's up, Jake? How's it going?
Hey, good. How are you doing today, Michael?
Pretty good, pretty good. I saw a bunch of Dev Day stuff and wanted to walk through it with you today. I don't know, did you get a chance to mess with it yet?
I haven't too much. I've a little bit before jumping on the stream here. Have like prior experience like building a workflow builder, so that's kind of interesting just to see some of the design choices that they're making with the agent builder. So yeah, just been playing around a little bit, but happy to jump in and do some exploratory, see if we can build a cool agent or something.
Okay. Um, do you have an agent in mind that you want to mess with?
Yeah, well, let's start and do kind of an overview. Have you played with it at all yet?
Not at all. So this is the first time I'm seeing it. I just saw like a bunch of people shitting on the JSON screens,
Yeah.
and so I didn't really get a chance to actually play with it. So I'm down to if you want to walk me through it.
Cool. Yeah, let's start from scratch. I think some of the JSON stuff is really interesting. Um, we can get into that in a second, but the basics here is you have like a start node, you have an agent, you can put as many agent nodes as you want. You have some kind of like flow control. I haven't really figured out how to use these MCP nodes yet. I did get connected with one, but
So
the
slow
agents
down. So
themselves,
if you had an MCP node, so what happens here? Like if you can use connectors because OpenAI has a bunch, or in ChatGPT has connectors that you can use.
yeah,
But this is
it's
separate. This is like you have to set up, you have to add your own MCP servers.
Yeah, and it's interesting. So there's like this, let's do a Google Calendar one. I did play with this earlier. So you pull it up and it adds you to add an, or it asks you to add an access token. And then when you click get access token, it pulls you up to this like developer playground for Google. So
Okay.
it's not using like any OAuth. And it's just I think one of my overall reviews of this is it's like in a weird middle ground where it's like probably more technical than a business user would want, but like a developer probably would also just want to handwrite this code. Um,
Okay.
so you can
So
add,
you can add your token, and you save your token before you had that before, or you have to create a new
yeah,
one. You have to like go through
I,
Google developers this playground here.
yeah, let me pull this off to the side and I'll grab a new token.
Okay.
Um, Try to not leak my Google Calendar tokens,
I
although
I can
if
also
somebody really
do
wants to know what's on my,
let me turn off your screen share for a bit, and then we can
oh
do that.
yeah,
Okay, screen share turned off. What's up,
nice.
everybody? Um,
Yeah.
Hit us up in the comments if there's something specific you want to see, or if you have a question, or if you have any advice because you've messed around with this already.
Yeah, I just posted to you. I had a question about like getting JSON outputs from the model, and that was a little unclear, which we can get to with the next agent, one that I have pre-prepped. So let's see here. So I have an access token. All right, we can go back to sharing.
Okay, let's do that. There we go. That bud.
So this is something I haven't figured out yet. I don't know how these connect. So if we connect an agent to this MCP server, we get a bunch of errors, and like this is indecipherable for me.
Okay,
Like I
so
don't know what it's asking for here.
let's take a step back. Like the idea of this for their agent builder is for people to hold on one sec, Jake. I feel like you have your keys on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice. It's not all of it, though.
if you want to delete it, or
That's
delete it.
crazy.
Yeah.
This will thankfully, these do expire relatively fast.
Okay, great.
While we
So
have
just
that, while you have the not screen share, let me add it as a tool in a different one too.
cool.
Um, that's
See,
funny.
doing it live here. We haven't really prepped. Um, but the question is, what's the idea behind Agent Builder? Like, who is? Do you know like who is it for? Um, let's see.
Yeah, um I think it's for non-technical business users would be my guess, but like I think it's targeted at people that would use like a Zapier or N8N. Um, that's the vibe that I get, but it has like a lot of technical like words in it. Um, and like even connecting the MCP servers is relatively technical.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure. Like maybe it's for a developer that wants to move a little bit faster on creating some of these agents. But it's like it's just in a weird spot.
Okay. It also might be for just having everything all in one account, right? So you don't have to set up a Zapier, you don't have to set up an N8N. You could just use your ChatGPT account, but it's still not ChatGPT,
Yeah.
right? It's your OpenAI API keys that you have to use.
Yep.
Okay. Are we ready to go back through?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's make a really simple agent and run it just to see what the end to end looks like.
Cool.
So off screen there, I added in the Google Calendar tool instead of having it be an MCP node.
Okay. And
And then you
where
can,
do you add that tool on the?
yeah, so you click into the agent node
Uh
and then
huh.
down here you click add. Um, I'm not sure what this client tool is, but yeah, you have MCP, file search, web search, code interpreter. Oh, I didn't realize you can do local functions too. That's interesting.
So when would you use something like that?
I think you would probably use a local function. I mean, I don't even know where to add it. That's generate. Okay, well, let's do um, function that counts the. I'm really curious what we're going to get here. Um, hmm. So I think you could use this to like augment your functionality if there wasn't like an MCP server, if there's like a one-off you wanted to do, but I don't know how you then have this logic. Like where does this run?
It seems like it's just like another tool that the it can be used, like or that the
Yeah,
agent can call, so it doesn't have to generate
let's
it on the
see.
fly.
So let's start with a real basic one here. So you can give instructions, agents, define the agent name, a whole bunch of tools, lots of configuration. So I think essentially everything you could do in the API you can define here, and then you can preview it um, and have a conversation with the agent. That's pretty interesting. I wonder which tool that is. Is that the?
That it's expecting a specific JSON. What did it say? I didn't see it on my screen.
Let's try again.
In the meanwhile, we got Beamer Cola on YouTube saying, "What's up? What's up?"
Nice. Hey, Beamer. This is crazy. Like I added that tool in an earlier test and it worked. I think it's saying that there's CEL is common expression language, I believe. But I don't know how to debug that.
Hmm.
All right, well, let's get rid of that tool and just do a real basic
Yeah,
just to
let's try it
show
again.
kind of what it is.
One of the other things that I saw on X was that they built this in like 6 weeks using Codex, and so people were um, shitting on it because there's some edge cases. You know, with all software, you're gonna have to deal with the edge cases, and they probably didn't like what we're going through right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I wonder if the keys, I just pulled that off screen so I could pull it up real quick. So I'm re-adding that Google Calendar tool to see if we can get this working correctly. Let's say, so you can add permissions. I think that's pretty neat. Um, and then the tools that are available to it. Yeah, I haven't tried these widgets yet. I'd like to try that.
And
One
those
thing
are
that drives me
the
crazy.
the widgets are what are displayed for the user.
Yeah, I have no idea. Can we add one? What does creating a widget look like?
Okay. Yeah. So right now we're in the widget builder, which is widgets.chatkit.studio. And while this is like generating, you can actually go to gallery because I actually explored some of this stuff,
Oh,
and you
nice.
can kind of see the different samples that they kind of provide, and then with the
Wow.
sample code that you can kind of use in this kind of card framework. It's super neat. I'm into it, but when I try to create new widgets, it didn't work for me. So let's see what,
Really?
yeah, let's see what happens for you. Um,
Yeah.
like it worked by generating something. It generated a widget, but it didn't. It wasn't like a V0 type of thing where you get exactly what you ask for.
Yeah.
It still felt constrained. Okay, so it created an event card here that you can have these buttons, and the idea is now you're gonna take this code, copy it, and put it back into your agents tab, right?
Wow, that's interesting.
So you have to download it and then re-upload it. And they have this now this
Oh,
dot widget file that they've created. Okay, so you just uploaded it right now.
yeah.
Cool. And
All right, so
so
we
the
got a
idea is that when
widget.
the agent calls this tool, it will display to the user. And now the agent knows that it has a widget to display.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think so. This widget, we actually might. So I want. There's no way to edit a widget once you've created it. That's interesting.
Can you when you click on those, you would have to edit it on your own, basically.
W- Wow, I'm not doing that. Let's create a new one. Um, calendar events for a single day. So because that one was about creating an event, and if you'll notice here, the Google Calendar MCP actually doesn't have an option to create an event. So there's no write access. It can see
Correct.
everything and tell you
It's
about it,
just
but you can't
reading.
create one.
Yeah. And that's just because the default Google Calendar MCP. Because don't I've never messed with that. I've only used Composio for their auth
Okay.
for Google Calendar, and so they kind of just build out the API calls that you can use, which is different than MCP.
Yeah. Let's see now. Let's do read batch read event maybe is where we would want this. Yeah, event IDs. I really like the kind of design language they're using for that.
Yeah, totally. It's really, really, really nice. It's colorful and kind of like the legibility is real nice on it. The weird part is that if they have these defaults, like why not just set the widgets as defaults?
Yeah, like for this tool, you're almost certainly going to want a widget like this if you're going to have a widget.
Yeah, yeah. But once again, they built it in 6 weeks. You can iterate on it. Um,
Yeah,
so that's great.
like I feel like I have some like critical feedback to provide, but in like a well-meaning way of like it's really impressive what they have already, and it's just good for them to get it into the market and then iterate on it.
Totally. So let's see what we have here. So you said, tell me events coming up on Friday. And
Yep.
so it just pulls your events and then shows it to you, but it didn't show it to you using the widget.
Yeah. Yep. And so this is right. This is got a dentist appointment, got a friend's birthday coming up. Um, so the MCP server seems to be working now, just the classic disconnect, reconnect, but no widget.
And
I
is the
don't
idea
know.
that maybe the widget is part of only displays within ChatKit?
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Like, so it's completely separate. So if you go into chatkit.studio, I think that's kind of like the overall thing, because this is the widget builder. They've separated this out. And then there's a separate thing called, not chatkit, I think like playground, chatkit.studio/playground.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So the idea is that you're going to be able to have this widget that doesn't reside on ChatGPT, but it resides on your own site. You can like embed it on your own site and your own app. And then maybe that's where widgets fall into play once you embed a specific agent here.
Yeah. I think you're right. I wish we could connect it in the playground. Like I imagine that you should be able to connect the chat kit here, but even in the code, it just says that's a to do. So it looks like we would need. So this is just the UI designer. Is that what it is?
Yeah, if you click what is ChatKit, it actually works. Um, or so it's pulling from somewhere. So that should be editable, I would assume. And so if you at the top of the screen, there's like watch chat examples. Click that. So there's a calendar event option, and so
Oh, and this will show the widget then I bet.
I think it's just showing you their default says for me was like, yeah, schedule a Q1 roadmap review, and now it shows you what it looks like, right? What that widget looks like.
Yep.
So I wonder if um, all this stuff is literally just to show you what it looks like and what you could adjust, and then the idea is that you have to then embed this in your own code in order to do it. So you can't actually test it like end to end.
Yeah. Chat kit. Yeah. I'm not going to read through the docs here, but maybe for next session, so they have a whole API here to integrate with that way. Huh. Oh, okay. So that's how you would create this UI as the wrapper, and then in this code, I'm assuming this is where you configure the all the backend API. I think you just drop in this flow ID, and that's you pull in the agent from agent builder. I think.
I think I lost Jake. What up? Where'd Jake go? He was. Let's see. We're gonna pause and see if he will come back on. In the meanwhile, let's see if I can share my screen and we can go through the widget builder or the different examples of widgets that they go through. So let's see. How do I share my screen on this? Nope, not that one. Let's try again. Overlays, add. Nope, that didn't do it. Huh. That's weird. Oh, now it worked, but it's not full screen. Let's see. Okay. Now it worked, I guess. Um, so here we go. We got different things that they're showing off in this widget builder. Let's see. I don't know where he went. Okay. We got a music one, a calendar one, an email one, like an Uber one, timing, pickup, a receipt or a purchase, like a shopping cart one, uh, a channel one, like a Slack or Discord one, and then details here. So when you click it, you can then see the card and kind of its structure that's there. What's this? Oh, it shows you light mode and dark mode. That's kind of cool. And what else? We got a sports one or just like a header. And let's see what happens if you open in widget editor. What does that do? So can you directly, yeah, change it? I get a different image. Yeah, this is pretty simple here. Let's see what happens when you just change this text. Yeah, it does it in real time. That's awesome. So you can kind of adjust it there. That's super neat. Let's see, back. So this is, let's try the thing that they don't let you do, or new widget. Here we go. So you can start blank. You can upload a file and start from there, or you can just describe it. So let's describe one that we do want is time picker for meeting, because we were working on Google Calendar. Let's see if that'll work. Wait, did my calendar, what just happened? We got technical difficulties on technical difficulties. I think we're gonna be done for today, for now.